guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we will be looking at a scenario where Rome reappears. Okay, you don't have to tell me twice. I know Rome is an ancient empire. Yes, but here's the thing. I don't really care. So yeah, we're seeing what if well, Rome just like magically reappeared. I just gotta, well, I realized like, oh, this is kind of like an empire video, but not really. So like we gotta like, completely like make all of this red. So yeah, this ancient empire has just reappeared in 2023. And everybody, and I mean everybody, is scared about this empire. And I mean every, hold on. And I mean everybody. And I mean and I mean, hold on. That beep, 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 beep. And I mean everybody. And I mean everybody. And I mean every country in the world is scared by this thing. So yeah, Rome reappearing 2023. Okay, let's get started. So one thing I didn't realize is the border between Scotland and mainland Europe, not mainland Europe, like the England was like made so many years ago. Okay, let's just get into it. So first they're going to be taking out Czechia and Slovakia. Is that Czechia and Hungary? That's Czechoslovakia. Czechia and Slovakia. They're just finishing them off. Like, we're just going to end you here. So they push in, and it's not that long until they take Slovakia, and now it's just Czechia, and Czechia is basically just Czechia, so they can't really survive. Okay, they were never going to survive. Like, and also, by the way, like, the Romans are, like, all the country has combined. So, like, all the countries that it owns, they're all their military combined. So yeah, that's really not good. So now we have Europe unionizing happening everywhere. We're we're getting straight into the video. That's what I just realized. So like European unionizing everywhere. They're like, we have to celebrate our differences. So they start just unionizing. And even Russia is like doesn't mind about this. They're like, yeah, you should do that, by the way. So yeah, they just the entire rest of Europe unionizes. Yeah, that, and now the Roman king, he is like, okay, are you serious, bro? Like, are you serious right now? Like, are you serious right now, bro? So, let me just, okay. Hold on, everybody. Okay. So, every European country, except Kaliningrad, well, because it's owned by Russia, they all unionize. And same with these guys over here. Iran, still scared. All these peeps just, yeah, rest of Iraq, whatever is left, just, yeah. And now we have Arabia unite. It doesn't matter, guys. Like, you have to put aside your differences now. You have to union. It's either you unionize or you die. Yeah. these countries. So now we have that big union going on, and even desert. I mean, Algeria. I mean Algeria. Like all these guys. Everybody is starting to unionize all over the place. They start joining unions, and just, yeah. Sudan's quick to pick on this. Qatar is quick to pick on this. South Sudan's quick to pick on this. And yeah, Romans are dead. The Romans can't go anywhere. More on African unionizing, we see all these guys, Ghana, Togo, Benin. I know your name. I should know your name. I know your name. And we have Cameroon, all those guys making North Africa. Yes. And these guys just want to stay alone because they're like too weak to have all that land. That's kind of a downside for weak countries. They're like too small and weak for them to like, well, it's a union, so yeah, maybe the River Nation joins on this. And eventually all of North Africa has unionized into just, well, North Africa. And now we have South Africa just like, hey guys, we gotta do something about this, okay? Like, we gotta, okay? Like, now, ASAP. Ayo, like, Romans up here, we down here. We, yeah. Uh, yeah. So it only leaves a couple of countries. And yeah, the Romans are like, okay, screw it, we're invading this big, ginormous country. And then they just start taking down all of their military and they just start shoving it into the desert. Like, here you go. They start making advancements in the coastlines because they really do not want to go through the desert. They use a little bit of their Red Sea access to connect up with, I think, the Dnieper River. I don't know. Now this North African Union is like, are you serious, my brother? So like they start pushing in, like shoving all the troops that they got into this desert. I mean country. Totally not desert. Totally not desert. Don't tell anybody. It's 90% desert. Okay. But yeah. And then we have like humongous major cities. And everybody knew they were going to get killed. That's why it was like the delay of some of these countries over here to join. Because it's like, we're going to lose. Oh, bleh. We're going to lose. So like, why would we join you? Type of thing. So they joined anyways. And that's the fall of the things. But they are able to connect back to, and that, blah. Yes, and they do one last thing to save themselves. Shove all your troops everywhere. And they do that. They get some of the coast. They start pushing down all the way, even edging close to the Roman border. Peeps are looking at Romans like the US, and they're all looking at Romans like, you suck. And yeah, but that's not going to stop them, because then they just start shoving every troop that they got. And then, well, they know they're going to lose, so they just start. And they just start taunting them by not accepting all their peace agreements for some reason. They just want to taunt them and cut them into as many pieces as possible. And then they're finally like, okay, fine, you can surrender. Okay, see you guys after peace treaty. Looking at this strange peace treaty. Oh, wait. Okay, that's much better. Okay, so looking at the peace treaty here, we see a bunch of things happening. We see all of the no, duh, all of these countries getting released. And then we have little exclaves down here in like Morocco slash the Western Sahara. Then we have like one little claim there. Don't worry about that, guys. That was nothing. That was the not monster. Friend that was knocking on my door. Yeah, friend. Okay. If you even heard it. If you did, don't worry about it at all. Do not worry about anything I just said at all because it doesn't matter. Okay. So now Rome is like, haha, checkmate to everybody I just invaded. So, you're like, okay, hi USA. Oh, okay. I still see shadows. Okay, let's redo that again. I'm kidding, but we do have something happening. We have an alliance forming, and it will be known as. Are you ready for this? The anti-Roman expansion, baby. It's the anti-Roman expansion. So we have like all of Europe, and all of Europe joining this anti-expansion league. We have this being formed by the U.S. So we have like all of these guys just joining in on this anti-expansion league. So yeah, that's like a lot of people joining. And of course, Africa has to get on this. All these people, yeah, every little. Oh! Well, okay. I don't think there would ever be a scenario where U.S. and Russia would ever be in alliance, but it just happened. And yeah, we have. That's just okay. We have a bunch of Central Asia. Hold on. A bunch of Central Asia joining on this anti-expansion league. But something happens to one country in this anti-expansion league. And that is actually the African Union. It has a one and only civil war. Yeah. I'm coming up with ideas on the fly, so do not judge me. So we have one group saying we can't stop the Romans. We will become our own independent country and just fight the Romans ourselves. And that's a pretty good thing to say, like, hey, we're gonna lose, so why don't we just fight them ourselves? And then we also have another league where they're like, hey, we need to activate the anti-expansion league and get this country out of here. Let me just redraw that. So, yeah, when I say talking about get this country out of here, they're talking about the Romans. Yeah, so we have the Civil War groups just barging in. But then we have a very, very unfair thing happening, which is somebody called Romans getting in on the Civil War, which is very interesting. Now, yes, they're pushing through desert. Yes, there's nothing here. And yes, they're just, once again, pushing through desert. And yeah, but these peeps are like, hey, we need to cut you off, okay? And we have a big staring contest going on right here. And something major happens. A little bit of Roman troops fires at the one of the activists in the Civil War groups. So that just leads them to fire at more and more and more and more and more until they're just killing all these people. And yeah, they're just realizing how evil the Romans are because Romans are pretty evil. So they start pushing these guys back like, hey, no, don't do that again. Please don't. And the Romans are like, okay, well, we'll do that again. And they're like, okay, we need to expand as much as possible because the Romans are coming after us. And we don't want the Romans coming after us. Now we actually have a league that did not expand yet. And that's the yellow team. They'll be trying to get as much land as well out of here, out of this civil war. And they even push in to capture whatever this exclave is. Because now it's basically like, yeah. So we have each of these, if it's a civil war group, if it's anybody else, we evolve them getting their lands that they wanted. So let me just color this all in. And now we have the war between the civil groups and the Romans. And they're the Romans. So, well, yeah. So they make a sweeping campaign through all of these peeps, like crazy sweeping campaign. That's not good. Okay, they make a crazy sweeping campaign just to wreck every little person in these civil groups. Yeah, but we do see civil groups rising up. We see them rising back and taking back their respected lands because they do deserve it. Now we do have a land exchange going on. They're not at war, they're just giving land exchange. And now they keep fighting. And they just keep on fighting until, well, the Africans know how to fight in the desert, the Romans don't. So yeah, that is a very big advantage for them. And then everybody at this point is questioning the Romans. You could barely fight back all these countries combined, and now you can't even fight back little civil war groups. That says a lot, Romans. That's kind of like what's happening in Ukraine right now, but we don't talk about that. And yeah, well, if you're Russian, we don't talk about that. If you're anybody else, like an American, European, we do talk about that. So now we have just both of these guys just teaming up and like, hey, we got a number one victory royale we have to do right now. So yeah, this is like full on war now. Like, this is no joke. So they start pushing into this weird exclave thing. And yeah, it gets completely wiped out because there's literally not a single troop. Not a single troop anywhere. But then, well, we see big shiny things being used. And big shiny things being used there is. Nigeria gets bombed, and so is all of the old Nigerian coast. It's the first time ever iterating bombs, and probably the only time I'm ever iterating bombs. So then, a friend decides to give this African nation bombs. And boop bop bang bow poop bop pow boom bop bang. Boom bop bang pow boom bop 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 bang. Boom bop bang pow boom beam bomb boom beep bop boop bow boom beam bomb bomb bomb. US, you gave them way too much. You gave them way too much. And let's take a look where the radiation spread because radiation. So that's what um oh wait, I forgot to add the radiation down there. It's like kind of like this. So yeah, that's radiation for you. But now the Romans will respond because now a big shiny bomb called Tsar bomb. But that's wrong one. Okay, buddy, that's wrong one. A big old boy called Tsar Bomba gets launched. And yeah, 3 get launched. All on this African nation. So yeah, half of this nation is literally nothing. I hate to say it, but it's literally nothing. Yeah. So let's just get rid of the radiation for a second. And now they're basically nothing. So the Romans put on their gas masks and just they literally walk into a territory saying, "You're mine," because literally they're just walking in with their gas masks. And yeah. But one thing this African Union does on its last dying wish is to join this. Now the Roman king does not know about this. And then an application gets sent out to the wrong person and saying, "Hey, if you make one more advancement in that country, we're activating our alliance." And the commanders don't know that, so they do exactly that. And Romans, I feel so bad for you. I'm sorry, but they don't care. They don't even know at this point, and they just start pushing in and yeah, they just start sweeping on in, and they capture the thing, and then they send out a peace deal. But now they realize that, oh, we're under attack. King, buddy, we're under attack. Smiley face, weird face, quirky face. Okay, so yeah, Germany, Union people, Russians, winter people, yeah, they start pushing into the Romans. People are like, "Hey, whoa, buddy, we're being attacked." Nobody, okay, nobody's gonna help. So they start making a sweeping campaign through, and now finally they know, and they're like, "Oh, we're doing this? We're actually playing this game? Okay, we can play that game." Re-ribulate all of Rome. And now they're like, "Okay, my turn." Here we go again. So we see Rome taking all the entire old country of Germany, and we see that for Scotland, Ireland, and now they take Denmark, make a little landing in Sweden, and start pushing in. Takes, I think, don't remind me, Crimea, yes, Crimea. They take Crimea, and they're just sweeping through, taking out all these guys, make a little landing in Finland, and moves up, makes a pretty big campaign, and warps around all the way back. That's a lot of land. And same thing goes over here. Arabia is getting just eaten up. So is Djibouti. And yeah, same for Iran. They threaten the capital a lot. And they even make a little advancement into Russia. That's a lot of red. That's like a big portion of the world in red right now. That's a lot of red. So that's never good for any blue team member. except if you're like Russia or the US. But they start forcing all their troops in. They shove them all in. And yeah. Oh, I forgot to color um these peeps in. There we go. There we go. There we go. Doesn't even matter, but by time this would all be captured. Okay. And one key thing. First of all, the US lands in the other hemisphere, which is like not good for the Romans. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's nice. Oh, okay, they're losing to rebel groups. Okay, US was funding them all along. Yeah. Classical US thing to do. A couple moments later, they're re-ribulated. I can't speak today. They're reestablished. Oh, here comes winter. Okay, that's not good. Uh-oh. Okay. Same for Finland, Sweden, and all these guys. And there goes your chance. And bye-bye, Romans. Yeah. But now we have a couple peeps getting in on this war. Like India, they're like, hey, yo, we need to do something about this. And Australia, they're like, yeah, we'll help you. And China's like, no, thank you. They were thinking about joining, but then there was like India. So yeah. And then we have Japan, South Korea, we got Taiwan, the Philippines, and we got Malaysia. Let's just color these all in. Yeah, that's a lot of blue. So now you're basically going against a lot of people. And just let's add more paint to the burn. When Brazil joins, that's not good. South Africa joins. And yeah, we almost have all of BRICS in this war. But China refuses to join. So now, well, whoa, buddy, you didn't see anything. And now, well, here we go again. The Romans get completely lost with that. Same over here, they lose a lot of their African territory, like it even mattered anymore, like it was all radiated. Almost all of the Iberian Peninsula is radiated, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. Take all of their African claims, and yeah. And peeps start to push in Iberia, reliberating Iberia, and now it's basically like one last call is like shove out your troops everywhere. And when it meant everywhere, it meant everywhere. You'll see in a second. Troops push up to Germany, and yeah, I'll just save you time. They just push all the way towards here. And yeah, they start taking a lot of the Scandinavian. They even take a bit of Finland. They take all of the UK. They take Iceland. They start to take Greenland, which is like an ice block. So it's like nothing. And when I meant everywhere, I meant everywhere. They start pushing in through Iran. Successfully, I did not mean to do that. Successfully taking all of Arabia, which is pretty nice. Taking Iran's capital. A couple weeks later, that goes. They're just shoving their troops everywhere they can. And when they meant everywhere, they meant everywhere. Yeah, they started taking peeps like Quebec, New Brunswick, Maine. They're just like hopping around the world, just like kill everything. Try to get major ports, go for South Africa, go for every country, basically. That's what they're saying. even all these guys down here, they take all these guys. Even southern Philippines, they take all of Taiwan, just the northern half of South Korea, and they even take a little spot in India. So that's all the Romans can do. And nobody is happy with this. So I hate to do this to you, Rome, but you've been completely Zarbombaed on your capital. There goes your economy. I feel so bad for you. So yeah, we have a sweeping campaign. Yeah, they reestablish. Please do not yell at me. Reestablish all of those peeps. To start, like, there was like basically no troops here anyway, so they just tried shutting down all major ports they could, and it kind of went successfully, but not really. Easy sweep in India, takes out all of Taiwan, just a little bit in South Korea. Oh, when I meant a little bit, I meant all. And they start a pretty big campaign into Iran, making a little bit, taking all of, yeah, just like you've been Zarbombaed, so yeah, that's not good. We have a sweeping campaign in Europe, re-establishing all of Europe, and now it's just, yeah. Oh, there goes the Balkans and Turkey. Okay, yeah, you're screwed. And the Roman king is like, we should have expanded before we did this because now we're dead. And yeah, Rome has come to an end. See you guys after the peace treaty. Wait. Wait, hold. Okay, and we're back. So, this is what happened. So, let me just color in the Roman Empire. So, this is what the Roman Empire is looking like. And it had so much land, and now war reputations have to be paid to every country that got in the war, that didn't get land, and all that bad stuff. So now, we have half of the country, almost all of the countries, being completely reduced down. I tried to draw some borders down here. It was a little hard. We have one new country popping up, and that's just like Western Sahara, whatever country. But yeah, that is what if Rome appeared in 2023. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, smash that like button, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye. And also, by the way, in a couple hours, new Overcooked video.